He was a less combative, more contemplative Chris Christie than we've seen in recent months. The governor was interviewed last night by Steve Adubato on a program produced by Caucus Educational Corporation and carried live on NJTV. He tackled topics from sports betting to Bruce Springsteen to Jeb Bush, reserving his criticism for President Obama. Chief Political Correspondent Aron joins us now. What was your impression?
Well, he covered a lot of ground, Steve Adubato, in his interview, and it was quite informative, probably 24 different issues. The question I was most interested in, as I think most people were, was the presidential question. Steve popped that question about halfway through and got what I would call Christie's mantra of the moment.
What will you base your decision on?
3 things. Is it right for me? Is it right for my family? Is it right for the country? If I answer yes.
In what order?
Me, my family, the country. And if I answer yes to all 3 of those things, then I'll run. And if I don't answer yes to all 3, I won't.
How much, if at all, does it matter to you that your good friend and someone you respect a great deal, Jeb Bush, has made it clear that he looks like he may run?
It's not one of the 3 questions.
Okay.
Jeb Bush is a good friend of Chris Christie's, and Christie says you don't make your decision based on who else is in the race. It's hard to imagine that he hasn't adjusted something in the face of what Bush did last week, but we have to take him at his word for the moment.
A big question mark is whether Chris Christie plays beyond New Jersey.
Often that's the first thing that people here in New Jersey say when they assess the Christie presidency. They want to know how he'll, whether he'll say sit down and shut up out in Iowa and elsewhere. That prompted a whole second line of questioning last night about whether Christie's brashness is what Americans want in a president.
Do you have any intention of doing anything to tone down, mute, do anything to alter your demeanor?
No. Why would I? It's who I am. I mean, you know, if people want somebody different than if I ever ran for president, then they'd vote for somebody different. But I don't intend to become a phony to win an election.
I didn't say phony.
Well, if I'm not acting like who I am, that's what I would call you. And you know what I think the most important thing is when you're deciding to vote for someone? Do you know them? Who are they? Are they trying to fool you, or are they giving you who they are? Nobody thinks I'm trying to fool them.
People who have been with the governor out of state, and the governor himself, say he gets the same reception out of state as here in New Jersey.
What was the most newsworthy thing you heard last night?
When Christie said that the median income taxpayers in this state pay the lowest income taxes of any state in the nation. I've never heard him say that before. It sounded like a line he's rehearsing for the presidential debates.
At the end, he said, you love this job, something about...
Oh, yes. Steve Adubato said, you love this job, but you're thinking about the other job, which prompted Christie to get a bit reflective.
And I've got to decide what I want to do with the rest of my life. I mean, it's an interesting time for me. I'm 52 years old. You start to think about what do you want to spend the rest of your life doing? And I've got to make that decision. And I've said to everybody, I'll make that decision the first part of next year. And if it means pursuing the presidency, then we'll do it the same way we've always done everything. And if it doesn't, then we'll finish the job as governor and we'll decide, you know, what we're going to do next to support my family.
Some people think he's running for certain. I think there's still a possibility that he might bow out saying that his kids don't want him to run. Mary Alice?
Aron, thanks.
Thanks.